Hello, beautiful people. It's Lola. Today is March. Whoa, not March. The past few weeks, I've noticed the days are just running and like melting into each other. And like, I had this, I think it was like 10 minutes of going through what day did I do that workout? What did I do yesterday? And what did I do the day before? The date is May 6th, 2020. Everyone in the world knows what was going on May 6th, 2020. We are still going through a pandemic. So, that is that. And that is also tied into what I want to talk about. Obstacles. And I could save everyone all the time in the world and just say obstacles are only perceptions. Change your perceptions. Commit. What is an obstacle? But here's the thing. Sometimes just saying it exactly what it is helps and is desperately needed. Usually when it works, it is desperately needed, right? Like you just need the hard-hitting truth of it, what it is and the action you need to take, and you need to do it. But there are times when you need to receive more guidance, more suggestions, more remembering. And I think that time is now. I do believe. The time is now to go deep into conversation about obstacles, what they are, and how to overcome them. Are you ready? I'm ready. With my new lip color. And it had the word paint in the title, so I was thinking, oh, that means it will stay in my lips. It does not. But that is okay. I like it. It is mine. And I wear it with pride. Remembering 1990. I don't know. Was it 3? 2? When was the dark burgundy lips in the first time? No, the 90s definitely wasn't the first time. I'm getting so off track. And that was a beautiful cardinal that just flew by my window. Sorry you didn't get to see it. Imagine it. Beautiful cardinal flying in my window, landing right on the electrical telephone cord thingy. Is it even a telephone cord anymore? What are these wires hanging around the neighborhood off the telephone poles? Who has landlines anymore? What are these cords doing? Why are they still here? These are important questions that maybe are a waste of time to investigate. Let's get back to the obstacles. You know what's a really big obstacle for me? My attention span. Can you relate? It's like my attention span's always been like boing, 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 right? And I did a lot of internal work and mental exercises. I feel like I'm choking even. There's like a lot of room. There we go. Did not wear a necklace today. It is naked. So, the attention span has always been a thing for me. And it bothered me. And it got in the way of a lot of things that I wanted to accomplish and do and be. And how I wanted to live my life. So, I did internal work and I did the external work, you know, working with the brain focus timer, the staying committed, the little post-it note, stay focused. Or one of the things that really helped me that I still will use at times is I will take a post-it, especially when I'm at my desk working, and I will write exactly what I'm working on and leave it right there, right on the corner of my laptop. So that way my attention, my focus goes somewhere else. I'll see that note, right back to it. Anywho, I worked on the attention span stuff, and I was happy where I was. I was able to get a lot of things done in a short amount of time because I was focused. But the longer I'm at home during this time period, the more my attention and focus feels like a freaking ping pong table over here. It is just like, sometimes it's exhausting. And the other day, I was like fed up with my attention span, right? And I was like, okay, well, being fed up with it is obviously not helping me. So how can I change my perception of this obstacle? And I was like, okay, I'm going to challenge myself to remember, to know, to pay attention to what I am doing and talking about, to the point that when my attention span, focus, I don't know what the fuck you want to call it, moves over here, I'm able to go, oh, wait, I was talking or doing this, and come right back to it. So I looked at my obstacle. I decided to perceive it as kind of a fun challenge for myself, and I like it. And I like it for myself that I'm able to kind of go with my creative mind flow, be over here, and my focus comes over here, and I'm able to let that flow through and then come back here. That is huge progress. It is absolutely huge progress. I find that I'm doing more. I'm accomplishing more for more things. So I've got like several things that I'm working on, and I'm able to do a good amount of each thing. I feel that I'm accomplishing more by making the choice to strengthen my ability to come back to what I was focusing on. So, that obstacle, I made it into a fun challenge for myself, and it's working out really well. I'm going to make a ring of lipstick by the time I'm done with my coffee, which I didn't even fill up, but halfway. And half of my coffee is my almond milk. I really need the espresso machine because I just do. I can't decide on which one I want. There's so many. And they're beautiful. I mean, there's some that are ugly, but yes. Narrowing it down on the espresso machine to bring into the home. Okay, back to talking about obstacles. What do you consider to be an obstacle? Is an obstacle for you something that you are curious about and approach with a sense of wonderment and fun and exploration? Or is an obstacle I can't get past this. It's just like doomsday material over here. My life is over as we know it. Please bring me my satin pillowcase. I must collapse and overwhelm. I mean, of course there's more options to see what an obstacle is. They're just two examples. I do have several satin pillowcases, by the way. Although I haven't grabbed one dramatically to fall on in a sense of overwhelm. Could think about doing that. That'd be a fun little skit. Your perception of what an obstacle is the very first thing you gotta tackle. And I would encourage you to look at an obstacle in a fun, adventure-y way. Yes, adventure-y. Add it to your lexicon. Make it fun. When I hear the word obstacle, I immediately feel this rising up within me of, yes, what is it? Let me see. What are we working here with? What is this obstacle? Let me see it. Let me feel it. Maybe taste it. See how it sounds. How does it resonate in my body? Let's feel out this obstacle so that way I can overcome it, rebuild it, demolish it, change it, add it to it, whatever needs to be done to this obstacle to make it a win. I don't know how to make a W with my hands. Oh, that's a cute face. Maybe that should be the thumbnail for the video. Obstacles. Alright, number 1. Changing the perception of what an obstacle is. Make an obstacle fun. Make it a challenge. Make it something that you can do whatever needs to be done to the obstacle to make it a win for you. Add to it. Add a habit to it. Add a different belief to it. Maybe it's a physical obstacle. You have to add something to it to make it work for you. An obstacle, approach an obstacle as that is completely malleable by you. And you will win. See, I need to be making the W right there. I know that's not a W. You can't see my hands. I'm still trying to make the W, but in my lap. What do you do next with the obstacle? Well, you choose for it not to overwhelm you. You choose for it not to cause anxiety. Because why should it? It is just this thing that you are observing that is going to work out for you because you've already decided so. And when you decide through and through something's going to work, it does, because there is not another option for you. And when you've made that decision for the obstacle to be something that you are going to win, you're not going to get caught up in your how. You're not going to get caught up in what will so-and-so think, what will so-and-so say about me, what will this decide that I am or am not in the world. All of that is gone, erased by the magical ability of making a decision. When you make the decision that it's going to work, it's going to work. So you made the decision that the obstacle was something that you got to observe, that is completely malleable to you, that you get to do whatever you need to do to the obstacle to make it win. So therefore, an obstacle comes across and the beautiful clouds part an obstacle for you means you win. So you win. I really have no idea how this video is going to be. Is that a good thumbnail right there? Side note, I used to not make funny faces because I believed they would lead to wrinkles and lines and such, and they do. Do you see those? Those did not happen until I started to make funny faces, expressive faces. It was a conscious choice when I realized I did not make expressions and faces out of fear of getting wrinkles and looking old, whatever the fuck that means, right? And I got tired of people. It was just like this known thing that people in my life would talk about, had a lot of jokes about my resting bitch face. There's Lola's RBF. And of course, that didn't happen, of course, because that would have involved making an expression, which I did not allow myself to do because, ooh, expressions mean wrinkles, and what does that mean about me? Gross, isn't it? Like, when it feels so gross to me to say that. But of course, I was doing the best I could with what I had, and I love and accept and forgive myself. I became aware of a belief that I had that was totally limiting my life, limiting my relationships. That was when the RBF was just something that people knew me for, and I just got tired of that frustration that people didn't have any idea what I was feeling or the emotion behind my conversation because of my face. And when my partner could not even tell when I was flirting if I was either flirting or angry. Like, there was no distinction of my face from being flirty, sexy mood to being angry. I was like, Lola, you gotta investigate this stuff and get clear. So I did. And finding that belief that if I'm expressive, I will have wrinkles and then I will look old. I chose to wipe that shit out, that obstacle that was getting in the way of my relationships with myself and with other people. And I started to make facial expressions. And yes, it does make wrinkles, but you know what those wrinkles are? Like smile, laugh lines, the expressive forehead lines. Lines are great. It means our bodies are moving. It means that we have skin and muscles and pores and tissue. And it means that I can smile and talk and eyes and all this good stuff. That's what it means. And that's another example of an obstacle that was my perception. So I made the perception malleable and I changed it. And here we are today making faces. So I'm not sure if I've totally rambled on for almost 20 minutes of nonsense. Who knows? We'll see. And it really doesn't matter if I have. I don't know if the lipstick is going to stay on long enough to make a whole lipstick wreath design. I might need to do that with a smaller mug. I did choose my most abundant sized coffee mug. Oh, look at that. So, today I know you love homework. Who doesn't? Journaling homework or mindset homework? Woo! Give it to me, baby! Your homework today, write down what are your obstacles right now in your life. Write them down. Then ask yourself, how do I perceive this obstacle? Write that down. Then ask yourself, how do I choose to perceive this obstacle for it to be a win? Go ahead and get clear on that, gorgeous. And then finally, ask yourself, what actions do I need to take for this obstacle to be a win? And what beliefs do I need to have in place for this obstacle to be a win? And then decide, are you committed? Are you committed to winning this obstacle? Are you committed to changing your perception of this obstacle for it to be a win for you? And it's okay if you are, and it's okay if you're not. Just be clear. Being clear with yourself allows you to build trust and faith and security and safety within yourself, which are essential to loving you unconditionally. You got this. You're really amazing. You stuck through the end to 22 minutes and 20 seconds of me babbling on with possibly life-changing content, or you got a few laughs in. And if you turned it off a long time ago, you're not listening to this. So bye. Love ya. See you later, gorgeous.